Are you looking for a blue that's not going to be moody, it's not going to be dark like Benjamin Moore Hell Navy or Sherwin Williams Charcoal Blue, and at the same time you don't want it to be light like a nursery blue, then chances are you're looking for a charcoal blue, and I highly recommend trying out Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul. It's a beautiful dusty blue. It can make a space feel calming, relaxing, and soothing. I've used this paint color many times over the years for different types of applications on the exterior and the interior, like the main interior wall paint color. I've used it for trims and ceilings. I've used it for cabinet paint colors, just to name a few. So today, I want you to understand the basics about this beautiful paint color. So I'm going to show you the undertones of Niebla Azul, and then I'm going to compare it with some other dusty blue so that you can see what makes this paint color so unique. And then towards the end of this video, I'm going to share with you just a few tips that should help you decide if this is really going to be the right paint color for your home. So the first step is to identify the undertones of Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul. So watch what happens when I compare this with Benjamin Moore Caliente, which is considered a red. Watch this. When you compare Caliente with Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul, you're going to instantly see the blue undertones. Now there's another undertone that you need to know about. So watch what happens when I compare this with Benjamin Moore Iceberg, which is considered a light blue. Watch this. When you compare Iceberg with Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul, this is where you're going to see that touch of gray in Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul. Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul is considered a medium dusty blue. The reason why it's considered a dusty blue is because it's mixed with a little bit of blue and a little bit of gray. And it's that gray that's muting the blue from looking like a dark moody blue, such as Benjamin Moore Hell Navy or Sherwin Williams Charcoal Blue. But it's not a light blue. It's not going to look like a nursery blue. It's absolutely beautiful when you pair it correctly. Next, I'm going to compare this with some other dusty blues because I want you to understand why it's so important to compare this dusty blue with other paint colors and what makes this paint color different from the other dusty blues out there. Now watch what happens when I compare this with Benjamin Moore's Santorini Blue, which is considered a dusty blue. Watch this. When you compare Benjamin Moore's Santorini Blue with Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul, you're going to notice a few things. Notice how Santorini Blue is darker and cleaner than Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul, and notice how Niebla Azul, it is lighter and it's muted. Now watch what happens when I compare this with Sherwin Williams Stardew, which is considered a dusty blue. Watch this. When you compare Sherwin Williams Stardew with Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul, you're going to notice a few things. Notice how Stardew is darker than and it's muted in comparison to Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul, as Niebla Azul is lighter and cleaner than Sherwin Williams Stardew. Now watch what happens when I compare this with Sherwin Williams Languid Blue, which is considered a dusty blue. Watch this. When you compare Languid Blue with Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul, you're going to notice how Niebla Azul is lighter than and muted in comparison to Languid Blue, as Languid Blue is darker than and clean in comparison to Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul. Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul can be light, it can be dark, it can be clean, it can be muted, and this is why it's so important to get a paint sample of Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul and compare it with what you have in your home. I want you to get this right. I don't want you to make a mistake. If you're about to spend hundreds to thousands of dollars in painting your home, it's so important that you get it right. You've got to be mindful of your fixed elements, your interior decor, and be mindful of the type of lighting that you have in your home. And if you don't want to second guess the process and you want to get it right the first time and you don't want to make a mistake, highly recommend you go to my website. I can help you with both interior and exterior paint colors. You're going to get a chance to book a live appointment to speak with me, and I'm going to talk to you about what will work and what will not work in your home. Also, please read the reviews, see what clients have to say. I have over 550 reviews. I would love to help you. Next, I'm going to share with you just a few tips that you should know about Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul. Tip number 1, lighting. Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul excels in both south and north facing rooms. The only thing that you need to be mindful of are north facing rooms, or really just any space where you don't receive a lot of natural lighting, including artificial lighting, because often it's going to appear a little bit more muted. In other words, it's going to be a little bit more of that gray blue, so that's something to be mindful of. Tip number 2, exterior ceiling paint colors. For those of you that have a coastal home, or if you're just looking for that soothing exterior ceiling paint color for your home, or you just want to create that soothing, relaxing, and calming ambiance, highly recommend to try out Sherwin Williams Niebla Azul. And it pairs really well with main body paint colors that are creamy warm off whites, grays, and taupes, just to name a few. If you found this video helpful, please put a like. I would love to hear from you. And I highly recommend subscribing to this channel if you want to get the most in-depth paint color reviews that will help you get it right the first time. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.